Welcome to the 3 for 3 Meet the Candidate series presented by the Miami Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. The 3 for 3 series is being brought to you by our Social Action Committee. This committee works under the auspice of our organization's political awareness and involvement programmatic thrust and is charged with providing programs and activities that foster, among other things, voter registration and voter education. It is imperative to mention that the members of the Miami Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority are not and will not endorse or promote any candidate. To that end, we invite you to watch the 3 for 3 Meet the Candidate series. This series will offer you an opportunity to preview several candidates running for office in Miami-Dade County. In an effort of providing a level and inclusive playing field, we invited all of the qualified candidates running for Miami-Dade County Board of County Commissioners, Miami-Dade Circuit and County Judges, and the Miami-Dade School Board during this 2020 primary election. Note that some of the candidates did not respond to our invitation. Candidates within the same group were asked the same 3 questions where they were given a maximum of 3 minutes to answer. We hope that you enjoy our program. Remember to register to vote and to vote by mail for your safety. Now, let's meet the candidate.
Thank you, Regina. Today we have Luisa Santos, who is running for School Board District 9. In today's challenge, you will answer 3 questions, where you will have 3 minutes to answer each question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Question 1. Who are you as a candidate, and what are your priorities?
That's a lot, but I'm happy to be here. Thank you for creating this method of engagement so everyone can stay involved. I'm wearing red today to represent. I'm not a member, but I'm happy for the work that the Deltas do. So thank you for having me. Very generally, my name is Luisa Santos. I was born in Colombia when I was 8 years old. And really, I came to this country because my mom was seeking educational opportunities for me and my sister. We grew up right behind the Publix off of Colonial. I enrolled at Perrine Elementary, and my teachers, counselors, administrators all poured into me so that by the time I got to Coral Reef Senior High School as a CUDA, I wanted to start a mentoring program. When I went to register for that program, I learned that I was an undocumented student. I asked my mom for my social security number, and I just didn't have one. I started my education at Miami-Dade College, transferred to Georgetown University, where I studied political economy and education, and had the honor to serve in the Obama administration, working with the undersecretary at the Department of Education. I worked as a 4th grade assistant teacher and as a tutor, and eventually directed a 3rd grade literacy program. And the schools I worked at had vastly different resources. And I really started to prioritize equity in all the work I did. I then came back to Miami, launched a business where I provide financial literacy training, college advising, mentorship, et cetera, to my employees, mostly high school and college students. And I've also been attending school board meetings for the last 2.5 years. One thing has become clear: we've come a really long way, but we've got a really long way to go. In my opinion, it's time that we truly value our teachers and our school personnel by paying them what they're worth and what they deserve. It's time that we value the social emotional learning and well-being of our students. It's time that we redefine safety to mean a lot more than just how many police officers are in a school. And I believe education really sits at the intersection of many other forms of discrimination and injustice, like racial, economic, social, healthcare, environmental, et cetera. And I choose education because I believe in the power of education to create opportunity and change lives. District 9 is a district that is composed of 92% students of color and 77% economically disadvantaged students. Yet we've never had a representative from both of those backgrounds, and I am running to change that. I'm running to be a voice to our lived experience, because while my experience is not the story of every student in our district, I will be the board member who listens to and fights alongside all of us. I know that together we can promote progress, and I'm ready to fight alongside all of you to do just that. My main three priorities, I mentioned some of the challenges I see, but the main three challenges that I think we need to address and what I hope to address as a candidate is the inequities that exist in our system to this day, the lack of transparency and access, and there's tons of improvement to be done there, and very importantly, empowering our educators and staff.
Question 2, how will you work to achieve social equality and equity in education?
I'm glad you brought that up as the first question. As I mentioned, it is one of the biggest things I hope to tackle. I am the students that we talked about, right? I came to this country and depended on school to feed me. My mom started cleaning 3 homes a day to make ends meet and had limited access to what she could do to be supportive of me. And so this is very personal to me, and inequities look very different for different groups, and we have to acknowledge that. So a few of the things that we can do. 1, I want to bring a volunteer retirement corps to our schools. We have a huge asset in our community of retired members, most from an education background or corrections backgrounds, that have so much to give, both in wisdom and time, and connecting them, reconnecting our generations in our schools will be helpful in addressing those inequities. 2, we will disaggregate data. It is important to know where we are, to know what really the challenge is and how we make progress in that challenge. And currently our data is not disaggregated as much as it should be. And when we, for example, I have dug into achievement data, and we have tremendous achievement gaps. At one of our best performing middle schools in our district, we see a 60 percentage point gap in achievement in math between our Black and white students. That's unacceptable. That's what we consider one of our best schools. Another thing we have to get right to address inequities is really ensuring that the social emotional needs of our students are being addressed. And that is through training our educators, of course, and making it the culture that we address this through all aspects of our school system. We have to improve the mental health access for our families, especially the ones that are facing the most challenges outside of school. That means we have to decrease our student to counselor ratio, which currently is 462 to 1. And the highest recommended by industry standard is 250 students to 1. We have to address the school to prison pipeline. Unfortunately, we know that even though we have restorative justice initiatives in our schools, they're not being implemented by all. And our students need that in order to have a real chance. We need to have mentorship programs, especially for our young girls. We have a wonderful program by way of 5,000 role models for our young men. We need something similar that is effective for our young women. And additionally, to close those gaps and address equity, we need to ensure that we are preparing our college assistance program counselors with the right tools to be successful. Thank you. And addressing in setting up all students for success, right? We should not dismiss certain students as from an early age not deserving or ready to attend college and graduate and be successful. And so those are many of the things we can do to close the achievement gaps and the school to prison pipeline and ensure that there is equity in District 9 and across our entire county.
Final question, why should we vote for you?
In me, you will have a candidate who will listen to you. I have held listening sessions across this entire district. Even yesterday, we held our first virtual town hall. COVID cannot stop us in listening and connecting to voters. I will listen to you and fight alongside you. I also will make sure that I am the connecting force between the many assets that already exist in our community. We have a lot of incredible work going on, and we need someone who is going to come in and connect that. I think I am uniquely positioned from a place of servant leadership to ensure that I am both addressing the short-term needs by way of programs and showing up, but also the long-term needs and addressing systemic answers to systemic problems by way of policy. Additionally, I have made many commitments on this trail, and I want everyone watching this and everyone who meets me, I share them proudly because I want you to hold me accountable to them. We will have town halls in our district where you will come and you will be able to tell me all of your experiences. I share my cell phone. I'll do it right now, 786-584-7220. I want you to call or text me. I will answer you, and I will do my best to help you in whatever your issue you're facing. I will be accessible. You will always be able to reach me. I will visit every school in our district and spend enough time to earn the trust of the people in every building, many of which I already have relationships with. And more than anything, I am equity focused, and this is personal to me. I want to count on your vote because I want to be your partner in this work to bring about an incredibly high quality, excellent education to every student. And I mean all means all in our district, and really build the foundation for a very strong community across all of our county. So I hope to count on your vote.
Thank you so much for joining us, and good luck on your candidacy.
Thank you so much for having me. I hope you have a great night, day, afternoon.